Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to make a quick video today of the bed rails that I'm going to install in my Gladiator. So I ran over to Ace Hardware and bought these struts. They are unistruts. They're about 20 bucks for a 10-foot rail at Ace Hardware. Then I also grabbed some M6 hardware, some washers, and some black paint to finish off the rails once they're cut to length. So I'll kind of show you guys what the process I'm going to go through to finish these up. I pretty much have them marked all ready to get cut, so I'll get started with that, and then we'll paint them, mount them, and then just finish them off. So stay tuned. Alright, so we got the rails all cut up. I just threw them on really quickly with just those bolts I was mentioning earlier. The sides are already tapped. There's 4 on each side for the front as well. So they're pre-tapped already, which is nice, but I think if you have a bed liner, sometimes they get a little clogged up. I don't have a bed liner, so mine were just fine. I just threw them on here really quick just because this last one over here, where's it at? Needs to be drilled a little bit just so we can get that last bolt through. And same with the front. This one had 2 issues, or the 2 middle ones weren't lining up, so we're going to do those as well. Same with over here, just the one. But they're looking good. I didn't throw the washers on yet. I'm going to paint them after I drill these holes, and then we'll get them back on and see how they look. That should be the last step. Alright, so I just marked the spot with a Sharpie while it was mounted on there so we can see where we want to drill. I'm not too sure what size yet. Let's see. Okay, so I got those other spots drilled out. Kind of sloppy on that one, but it turned out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and paint them now. I was planning on using this stuff. I only have 1 can of it, so what I'm going to do is probably do 1 or 2 coats of this stuff and then throw the bed coating on top of that. See how that turns out. I just wanted a black. I mean, I'm not too picky about it, but silver stands out a lot on the Sting Gray, so I'm gonna paint those black. Once those are done, we'll let them dry up, and then we'll mount them. That should be the finished product. Okay, so here they are after the first coat. One thing I did want to mention before you start painting is this is just a wire brush, but grab like a metal file or something and file down the ends. And then also where you drilled as well, just so you don't have any extra metal hanging off, because when you go to put these back on, it will scrape against your paint or your bed or whatever if it's sticking out. So just grab a wire brush, metal file down the ends, and then where you drilled it, and then you should be ready to go to prep for paint. So I just wanted to throw that in there. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more coats, then we'll get the mounted back on. Alright, so the rails are finally done drying. Brought the truck outside just so I can get a little bit more light out here. So these are all finished up. I ended up doing the bed liner spray at the end, so they have nice texture on them now. I'm going to go ahead and mount the front one, or back one first. And then I'll do the 2 side ones, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I got them mounted, tightened down on all 3 sides. I went ahead and threw on this little tie down that I had laying around that sits in there pretty firmly, so that's exactly what I wanted it for. And also to throw in the nuts in there as well so I can tie down some other stuff and mount a few other things. But it came out really nice. Glad I did the black bed line. Turned out really good. It's really rugged. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, I'll throw some more details in the description below, like what kind of hardware I used, and a link to the struts or bed rails themselves, so you guys can go pick those up. But yeah, that's probably one of the best mods I've done so far. The only other things I've done to my Gladiator, threw on the Rubicon Fox shocks, as well as a Daystar 2-inch lift kit, front and rear. And then also got rid of the gaps in that front bumper right there as well. But yeah, there she is.